Hi, it's me again, your sister Queen Consuela, and I am here with another prayer point that I had to use. But this prayer point is pretty much something that recently came up, so I didn't write it down. However, I do have the scriptures for it. But before we go forward, how about you subscribe, like, share, comment, and tap that bell so you can catch the live and not the replay. So today's topic, we're going to talk about not giving up. So yes, I know there's been times when things look like it's hard and it's going wrong in your marriage, but I want to tell you, don't give up. I personally, many times, wanted to give up. And I'm not talking about way back when, I'm talking about like recent sometimes. I just wanted to give up because I feel like I was the only one just pouring into this marriage, and many know already that I have married a man who does not have a fear of God. And I have a wonderful background story behind all this, but I'm going to save that for another day when I decide to do a nice little story time. But anyway, there has been many times that, I just feel like I'm the only one in this. So, I get tired. I'm praying by myself. I'm spending a lot of time alone. Listen, marriage isn't easy. And when you have a spouse that doesn't have a fear of God, it makes it even harder sometimes because you are the one that really has partnered with God to hold this marriage together. So, what do you do when you want to give up? I go to scripture. Not at first. Sometimes I like to just go to God and just start complaining and, just pointing out everything that is wrong with the situation. And then I say, God, what do I need to do? So here's our anchor scripture for not giving up. And it comes from Psalm 71 and 14. And I'm going to read from the Amplified version. And it says, but as for me, I will wait and hope continuously and will praise you yet more and more. So, yes, and I have learned how to do that. That I just wait on God to do what He said He's going to do. Because guess what? That's who I partner with when my husband doesn't seem like he want to partner with me. But guess what? In the middle of everything, you always want God right there in the center because when you partner with God and your husband partners with God, guess what that partnership is between you and your husband? It's going to be amazing. But we don't know that right now. At least I don't. So, but I know that my partnership with God is awesome and powerful. So I wait for Him to do what He wants to do. I wait for Him to give me guidance on how to handle a situation. I wait for Him to just lead me and help me to be at peace. The peace God gives is so much better than just expecting peace from your marriage. And it's so many times that, things does not work out the way I expect. And God will still be God and He will still get me through. And I am still married. Yes, that part right there, because your girl wanted to run many a times. Even when he threatened to leave, I was like, bye. Because I thought that was a way of escape for me where I didn't have to be the one to, dip on out. But that wasn't what God had in mind or in store for me and my marriage. And God has taught me a lot about myself during those times that I wanted to run away. Because running away was not just giving up on my marriage, not just giving up on my husband, but it was giving up on God. It was not trusting Him to do the things that He said He would do. It was not believing His word when it tells you what to do. And, but the thing is, how many times the reason you don't believe His word sometimes is because you don't do what the word tells you to do. You'll read it and you'll rejoice over it, but that condition that comes with it, we don't do it. We don't want to do it. What we want to do is do us and then ask God to come bail us out. So, but here's another scripture that helped me. It says, "Be strong and let your heart take courage, all you who wait for and confidently expect the Lord." And that comes from Psalms 31:24 from the Amplified Version. Your expectations should not come from your husband, but from the Lord. And when you expect your husband to be more than what he is, then that's when you decide that, you know what, he's not living up to it, I'm out. And you want to just give up. Now, you may be in a situation where your husband is doing the most. And I have been there as well. And you know what? I'll be honest. Those are the times that I really, really, really want to go. Because, for one, infidelity. It's heartbreaking. And you feel like, why should I even be with him? Because my thing used to be, if you don't know who you want to be with between me and somebody else, choose them. I'll help you make that decision. I'll walk away. But I got myself into a marriage, and it's not just a relationship. So it's not that easy to just walk away. Even though a male may walk away, not caring that he's married, and continuously do things that don't even show or display him being married. And it makes you feel like, why am I here? What am I doing? And there's many women who don't give up. Those women, I tip my hat to you, because I don't know if you know, but that takes strength to stay with someone who doesn't respect you enough to respect and honor your marriage. But then again, guess what? When God gives you that strength to stay, there is a reason. Because a lot of marriages don't survive infidelity. And then there are some that do survive and become stronger. And I think sometimes I be wondering, will this marriage be stronger? Because I did survive infidelity. We have had a lot of challenges, and we have gotten through a lot of things. But the strength mainly had to come from me. And a lot of times I felt like, God, that's not fair. Why do I have to be the one to be strong when he's doing what he wants? But you know what God says? God said, be strong and let your heart take courage, all you who wait for and confidently expect the Lord. So you have to trust God in the midst of it. Now, I'm not telling you to stay, but I'm telling you what I did. Was staying easy? No. And here's another thing. Romans 12:12, and I'm going to read this from the Good News Bible version. It says, let your hope keep you joyful. Be patient in your troubles and pray at all times. That infidelity led me to pray. And I didn't even know how to pray. I didn't know what to pray. Do I pray for my marriage to work? Do I pray for my marriage to end? Do I just throw it all away, everything that we built together? Or do I hold on to it and trust God to restore it? There's so many things that goes through your head when you do not know what to do. So the first thing you want to do is give up. But God words is telling you, don't give up, because you are trusting God. So the reason you really don't want to give up is because you don't want to give up on God. We know He's a faithful God. He may not answer you right then and there at that moment. Why? Because sometimes we don't want to hear what God has to say. He may challenge us to do the things that we don't want to do. So when you're ready to give up, that's when the time for you to go into prayer and realize, what are you really giving up on? Are you giving up on your marriage? Are you giving up on your husband? Or are you giving up on God? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And then here's another scripture that has helped me. And we all know this one. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, which is Philippians 4:13. But the Good News Bible version puts it in a way that it says, I have the strength to face all conditions by the power that Christ gives me. And I found that powerful because it says, I have the strength to face all conditions, even that infidelity, even the disrespect, even the disloyalty, the unfaithfulness. I have the strength to face those circumstances and not give up. And I'm going to leave you with this scripture, and it's from Galatians 6:9, and this is from the Good News Bible version as well. And it says, so let us not become tired of doing good, but if we do not give up, the time will come when we will reap the harvest. You will reap the harvest of the things you did not give up on. Why? Because what you're doing is you're planting your prayers in so that you are investing, basically sowing your prayers into God. And He's going to harvest your prayers. He's going to give you more. And a lot of times it don't feel like it right then and there. It don't feel like God even hears you. The situation don't look like it's getting any better. The situation actually seems like it's getting worse. Nothing look like it's changing. I'm going to still tell you, don't give up. And that's not just in marriage. This isn't anything that you face that seems challenging, that seems like you feel is not worth it. Just ask God what it is that He wants and have for you to do, because some things He may tell you to let it go because you're holding on to something that He did not have designed for you. But when God begins to show you your strength in enduring through those hard times, when God begins to show you just a little something to not give up, pay attention. Listen to what God is saying in the unspoken words, in the and look like the unanswered situations, because God is always moving and He's always doing something. You just have to pay attention and see what it is that He is doing, because in the midst of it, when you do not give up, you will see the answers to your prayers, and He's going to give you double for your trouble. So I hope this has blessed you. Like I said, I was not going to be before you long. I just wanted to encourage somebody that things may get hard, but don't give up. There's a lot of things that go forth in marriage, and some things are not even worth even the argument. But do you know that those little things causes people to want to give up on their marriage, causes people to start separating? There are a lot of things that is out there trying to destroy your marriage. Don't give up, because guess what? If God is in the midst of it, He won't let you give up. He's going to give you the strength to keep going and keep fighting. And why? I'm sorry. Why? Because you have partnered with God to ensure that you have a kingdom marriage, even though it seems like you're in a hellish one right now. So before I go, I ask that you subscribe, like, share, and comment. And if you know someone who needs this encouragement, please do not hesitate to share. And go ahead on tap that bell so you can catch the live and not the replay. So until next time, I hope that all is well. You have a wonderful weekend, and God bless. Bye for now.